Things are with Jennifer Young, and you want to talk about stress-free. Jennifer guarantees to sell your home at price and deadline you agree to, or she'll buy it. So start your next chapter by connecting with Jennifer. You can connect with Jennifer at 877-611-SELL or online at jenniferyounghomes.com or Google Jennifer Young Homes and consider your home sold.
Keller Williams Realty 703-815-5700.
Let's go to Joe Conway with the latest traffic.
Michelle, the top incidents we're following in the WTOP Traffic Center include a mostly good Wednesday morning commute. In fact, New Year's Eve is not a federal holiday, and all rush hour patterns should be in effect, but not much as far as the rush hour pattern for volume is concerned. In the district, they did have a report of a crash on 695 East on the route to go I-295 southbound. Whatever was there, as our hearing has been cleared, as are most of your delays nearby. WTOP Traffic is brought to you by Abish Financial Services. Relax into retirement with a true retirement plan, not just an investment plan. Abish is a local independent fiduciary with offices in Ashburn. Visit theretirementkey.com. I'm Joe Conway. Your next traffic report is in about 10 minutes.
Checking your forecast. Look for partly sunny skies today. Highs between the upper 30s and mid 40s. Below average temperatures for this time of year and light winds. Then tonight, dry and cold. Temperatures around freezing for most. We're going to see lows. Lows could be as high, the high 20s to around the freezing mark tonight. Temperatures now 22 in Herndon. We're at 26 in Hyattsville, 27 in Foggy Bottom.
You're listening to WTOP. News happens here.
103.5 FM, 107.7 FM, 103.9 FM.
And worldwide on Alexa, the WTOP app, and WTOP.com.
Good morning, I'm Michelle Bash. Andrew Alsbrooks is our producer. Our top local story, Maryland's senior U.S. Senator says a newly released court ruling provides strong evidence that Kilmar Abrego Garcia has been subject to a vindictive prosecution by the Trump administration. WTOP's Mitchell Miller has more details today on the Hill.
This looks to me like a smoking gun against the administration.
Senator Chris Van Hollen reacting to a Tennessee judge's unsealed ruling that suggests the federal Justice Department was involved in a decision in Tennessee to charge Kilmar Abrego Garcia with human smuggling after he challenged his deportation from Maryland to a Central American prison. Abrego Garcia had been pulled over in a van for speeding in Tennessee in 2022. No charge was brought against him until earlier this year. The former acting Tennessee Attorney General has said the decision to charge him with human smuggling was his alone, but Van Hollen, speaking on CNN, is skeptical.
The Justice Department decided to bring these charges against him because he asserted his due process rights.
On Capitol Hill, Mitchell Miller, WTOP News.
Virginia could lose $23 million because of a drop in the number of international students attending its colleges and universities. That projection coming from a study by the Association of International Educators and JB International. It warns visa bans and other federal policy changes might deter students from other countries from studying here. Earlier this month, the head of the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia said overall enrollment at state colleges was steady, but the number of international grad students was down in fall of this year compared to the same time last year. The Virginia Mercury reports some colleges and universities reported enrollment drops of as much as 13% this past fall. The start of a new year means new laws will take effect around here. We get details on that from WTOP's Jessica Kronzer.
Virginia is trying to reel in texts or calls from solicitors. If you reply with the word stop, they have to listen, at least for the next 10 years. Virginia is bumping its minimum wage to $12.77 per hour. Over in Maryland, cosmetologists need to undergo a new training to get licensed. But the lessons have nothing to do with hair or nails. Those workers will be trained on domestic violence awareness. The lessons will cover how to help a client who may be in danger. For low-income D.C. residents, there could be some changes to healthcare coverage. The fiscal year budget for 2026 tightened the income requirement for certain Medicaid users. Jessica Kronzer, WTOP News.
And you can read about more new laws around our region at WTOP.com. Healthcare insurance premiums are set to sharply increase for millions of people after Affordable Care Act subsidies expire at midnight. KFF Health News Chief Washington correspondent Julie Rovner says many will see their premiums double.
In some cases, people can drop down and purchase a less generous health plan. But of course, that will also leave deductible. So if you stay healthy, you'll be lucky and everything should be okay. But if you need to use health care, you're going to have to pay much more upfront before your insurance kicks in.
Today's Federal Headlines Report is brought to you by WAPA, proudly providing life insurance to vets since 1943.
I'm Eric White. Here are your top headlines from Federal News Network. The Trump administration's use of paid administrative leave is coming under scrutiny. The group Public Employees for Environmental Responsibility, or PEER, is urging the Government Accountability Office to investigate. PEER officials say the leave used within the Deferred Resignation Program was wasteful and unlawful. Despite a limit of 10 admin leave days per year, thousands of feds who took the DRP spent months on paid leave. And the Federal Emergency Management Agency this week awarded $250 million to 11 states and the National Capital Region under a Counter Unmanned Aircraft System Grant program. The states are all hosting FIFA World Cup matches next summer. The grants are intended to help them defend against unauthorized drone activity. For more on these stories, go to federalnewsnetwork.com.
Celebrations are beginning as 2026 starts to arrive around the world. That's how it sounded in Auckland, New Zealand last hour, the first major city in the world to welcome in the new year. Fireworks were set off from the tallest building in New Zealand, the Sky Tower. In the U.S., final preparations are being made ahead of celebrations coast to coast. In New York's Times Square, weather and security are priorities, and police are using more tech than ever to keep everyone safe.
There is AI that can determine if somebody's acting aggressively, if somebody pulls a weapon. Some of the technology now can zero in on that weapon and determine, is it a knife, is it a handgun, is it a long gun?
That is retired FBI agent and ABC News contributor Richard Frankel. Here at home, if you need to get around on this New Year's Eve, Metro Rail is running on a regular schedule and will operate for 2 extra hours tonight until 2 a.m. If you're looking to get back home after ringing in the new year, keep in mind some stations will see last trains pass through before that 2 a.m. cutoff. Metro has a sponsor for tonight's New Year's celebrations, and that means there's no cost for rides starting at 8 tonight as part of the transit agency's partnership with Molson Coors. Metro says fare gates will be open. Rail and bus customers will not need to tap between these hours. Parking at Metro lots will also be free. On New Year's Day, tomorrow, train service will be on a weekend late-night schedule from 5 a.m. to midnight, and Metro buses will operate on a Sunday schedule. Coming up after traffic and weather, if that vacation seems too expensive to book now, it seems expensive, you should book it now, rather, because it will only get worse. Also,
Jeffrey Carroll is ready to take over as DC's interim police chief.
I'm Lynn Bowie. It's 7:37.
For Mervis Diamond Importers, this is Ronnie Mervis. No cocktail outfit is complete without gorgeous jewelry to set it off. That's where the Mervis magic takes over. Our diamond ear studs will cause heads to spin. They're so bright. And as for our diamond necklaces and bracelets, they'll leave her speechless. Our diamond studs are perfectly matched, with sizes ranging up to 5 carats. Mervis Diamond Jewelry is the envy of the town. As the leading house of diamonds, Mervis Diamond Importers shows you a greater selection than you thought possible. And yet, the prices are so amazingly affordable at Mervis. It's almost too good to be true. Spectacular jewelry, great prices. That's the Mervis promise. So stop just thinking about it. Life's too short. Call today. Mervis Diamond Importers. Mervis means more diamonds, much better quality, and the most value. Financing is available. Go to mervisdiamond.com to learn more. For an appointment, call 1-800-HER-LOVE. Nobody pays retail anymore. Why should you?
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive with no